Last time on the Orphans of the Blip, the heroes confronted Darren Cross, the former protege of Hank Pym, in the laboratories of the AIM facility in San Francisco. A battle ensued over the body of a mid-autopsied Skrull, and the heroes overcame the forces of the Mad Thinker and his power-sucking androids.
They sucked all right.
In the aftermath of the battle, it was revealed that Darren Cross was, in reality, a female Skrull insurgent, deep undercover, attempting to thwart a plot to hunt down Skrull survivors on planet Earth. Criti Noll is her name, and she's been attempting to gain access to the Project Pegasus site in Arizona. It is here where she believes that the Skrull prisoners are being held under the watchful eye of this clandestine organization known as the Secret Empire. So you guys had basically left it where you were grabbing some dinner and going to stay the night at a hotel that Criti Noll was setting up for you.
Very nice one, if I remember.
Yes. And then reconvening in the morning at Golden Gate Park. So I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of time here to kind of catch up on the events of what happened. If there was anything else that you all wanted to discuss, I know Dragon, you were wanting to kind of do a little bit of research on the facility itself. So we can kind of take care of all of that before we meet again with Criti Noll.
And then next was looking into any archaeological or historical information that might be related to the first arrival of Skrulls that might be related in some way.
Okay. So I would say for Cuddle Bear and for Nyx. Cuddle Bear, if you want to roll I think reason probably.
Okay.
And then I think you had said something about you wanted to roll for something to give you a little bit of a boost. I forget what that was.
What's this?
You had mentioned something about wanting to roll for some sort of boost, I think, for that, that you were going to, like, computers or something.
Right. Because I was going to look into the building. I think, what do you call it? I don't know.
The Project Pegasus building.
I don't know.
Yeah, like what it would be, like civic engineering or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know, local history. I don't know what you want. What do you want?
You said you were going to look into trying to find out about the facilities that you were going to infiltrate, its history, possible schematics for the building, including its plumbing, delivery schedules, and maintenance schedules, etc.
I'll just give it a roll and call it. I'm fucking monstrous. So. 73 becomes 83. I was already deep in the yellow. Another 3, that becomes red. So I'll spend 13.
Okay. And then, Sean, if you want to do basically the same thing, it'd be a reason feat then for you. And you can add your archaeology to that.
So what happens with that? Does it give me a +1 column shift or something? Or
Mhm. Yep.
still green?
Okay. All right. So, for Dragon, Mr. Cuddlebear, the facility itself had been shut down back in the late 90s. So it has been basically lying dormant for close to 25, 30 years. The U.S. government still maintained control over that facility, and all the records that you are coming up with basically show that it is a defunct, decommissioned base at this time. There is no record of sale. There's no record of any kind of changing of hands. It is basically just a deserted base of operations.
Okay, so everything is pretty much clandestine. Then that what's going on now.
Yeah, it seems to be. Now you're able to pull up, some schematics from back in the late '80s. When the thing was actually built. Now, whether or not that's still viable at this point, or you really can't tell. And for Nyx, as far as any kind of archaeological artifacts, anything like that have turned up that could be related to the Skrulls, it's really hard to kind of pinpoint anything like that because the general population of Earth, for the most part, is completely unaware of their existence.
It just came up. You're good.
What's that?
It just came up. If you just read that message, it's fine.
Oh.
It came up. About to send you a Nyx.
Oh, so you sent it to Nyx?
No, sorry. I forgot her name is Nyx. I was going to nix that message. My apologies. I thought that's what threw you because you paused and looked at your screen, and I was like, disregard that message. It's fine.
Okay. I didn't even see anything come up.
Okay, good.
There's certainly, rumors of crashed UFOs and stuff like that you can kind of find, but as far as any evidence of any of these being connected to somebody that looks like Colin, you're not coming up with anything.
Well, and Frick, we're still getting feedback whenever Chris speaks.
Yeah. Okay.
You're getting picked up again.
Thought I had solved that by changing the position of the phone here, but let me fuck around with it.
And Colin is just playing with his new power and causing brownouts in various buildings, neighboring buildings.
Okay.
In that area, it's not unusual, so you're not freaking anything out.
Good to know.
And Shatter has, of course, gone around and picked up body armor.
Gotcha.
Hit the old recycling bins.
Outside the bars, you know where the good glass is.
So are you brown glass, green glass, clear glass? Yeah, I was like thinking that too. Like
all of it.
Like a stained glass mosaic of armor.
Of camouflage armor. You get it. Yeah. See what I'm going for here. Yeah.
I do want to try a power stunt, though.
Okay.
I want to see if I can shoot a web and electrify that web.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Now, is that electrical control or generation?
It is electrical control.
Okay.
Which I have a power rank resistance to electrical generation. But it does say under optional powers, it is one of those is electrical generation. So I'm thinking I could probably do a power stunt with that. that I could possibly channel electricity from something into the web.
Okay, so I think that could be
Like-
possible, and I think that with the armor, I think that would be where you're getting.
Yeah, because I've got a power
Power,
source
yeah.
in the armor.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll go up to the roof and see if I can.
You told
No,
anybody? Chatter's
didn't
going
get
up
it.
Didn't get it.
No.
No.
Damn it. I'm like, I don't want to watch that shit. That sounds awesome.
But now I only have to get a yellow next time. Or do I? No, I still have to get a red, don't I?
You still have to get a red, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of the characters in the Marvel game I was running was basically an alien spider with multiple arms and humanoid form, and he has that like the webcasting and then
Yeah.
electric generation.
Nice.
Yeah, he fucks shit up.
Yeah, I can get very creative with that, I think.
Yeah, just linking people together and then
Mhm.
never gets nasty.
Now you're making me want pretzels, Sean. Damn it.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
These pretzels are making me thirsty. But I just had a different take on it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what do you guys want to do next?
I guess we have to try to plan an infiltration.
Yeah, but do we want to do that with?
Remind me what kind of time constraint we're on here with how long we've got to sit around and plan this as far as that.
She was going to meet with you guys in the morning at Golden
We're
Gate.
still in-
So
Okay. They know what we just did.
Yeah.
We're
Okay. I
going.
didn't.
We're going tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought some reason we were on the morning, and I was like, all right, but we're still the night before. We're good.
Oh, okay.
And I still say we use me as bait.
I still don't love that.
Right. It's just a matter of like if we can find another way for some of us to get in, then I do kind of like the idea of like a two-pronged attack with like, scrolls in the front door and then the rest of it's in the back door kind of thing.
What objection do we have to sending a copy in though, as opposed to calling?
Oh no, yeah, that certainly.
It's a possibility as well.
Yeah, I assume because we.
And then I could, become one of the people that we just fought, along with Darren Cross,
Yeah.
bringing one of my clones in. Dragon, you could go invisible, or
Yeah.
Shatter and Nix can just swoop in to fuck things up whenever we're ready to go.
Oh,
How
like
do we
so
get in?
have them kind of be on like extraction. I
Yeah.
see where you're going with that.
I'm going to say because we're going to have to figure out how to get in. If not,
Right. No, I like this. I think this can work. Scrolls in the front door, me through whatever side door, and then you guys haul our ass out of the fire. It's the shapings of a plan.
well, again, how we get in to whatever. You guys.
If it comes down to that, you just blow holes in the
Yeah, I'll
wall.
blow a hole. We can blow a hole in the roof.
Fuck out. Yeah. Brute force would be the way out.
Another thing we could attempt too is, if there's any breakable glass around, security cameras that are identifiable, anything like that, we can cause a distraction and lure, some of the indoor folks to a certain area while we're, elsewhere.
This is true. I won't, if I'm cloned as somebody else, I won't have my suit activated. Will you guys be able to tell where we are in the building?
Them on the outside?
Yeah.
As long as we're within telepathic range, I think I
That's
should be
what I
able
was
to just so guide people.
Yep.
I'm thinking we should probably anticipate some sort of telepathic block.
The more we talk about this, the more we discuss it, the less I like splitting us up that much.
And the more you talk about it, the more ideas you're giving the GM too. So
Yeah, exactly. No matter where we are, I can bring the ceiling down using gravity manipulation. I create a hole.
Well, okay. I mean,
So-
that
now
could be
let's pause that for a second, because that Mr. Cuddlebear should probably trigger something for you. This base is underground.
Oh,
It's what?
Underground.
like how far underground?
Well, there is kind of a canyon-like range there in Arizona that this is kind of buried within. Now, there is a small portion of it that is an exterior portion, but the main base itself is actually located inside the canyon range.
Okay.
Okay, so we bring Nyx and Shatter in as prisoners.
Yeah, we all go in as decoys or as bait.
We all go in.
Now
I
it's-
create a clone. I
Okay.
become one of the other, somebody from there that survived, that because they don't know, we had them picked up, so they don't know where they are. You
Yeah,
go
so in this
invisible,
case,
dragon.
the real bait would be Shatter and Nyx.
And the clone.
Yeah.
And the clone.
We would have to have something that seems to be inhibiting your abilities. Otherwise, there would be no explanation for how we could get you guys captured.
I can create some solidified dark energy as like a collar. Maybe just looks a little nifty. Doesn't actually do anything though. Or handcuffs with like a box or something that goes around them.
I mean, I'll have to pretend to be out though, because otherwise, I feel like they'll know I can control that from anywhere. Unless you're saying the handcuffs could be presented as something that inhibit our powers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
You would have to be de-inked, basically.
Darren Cross would have access
Yes.
to that sort of technology, I would think.
Not a bad idea. That's good.
Yeah, I would be de-inked and Shatter. Can you even be de-glassed?
Oh no,
Or are you just always glass? Okay.
stuff like that. I assume it would control my ability to manipulate it. So
You can make yourself look somewhat human, though, right? Like with retracted
I'll look
tentacles.
translucent, and I would assume I would revert to that when I put those on, and so I would probably go in that translucent as opposed to reflective. But that's the closest I can get to any sort of, passing. Because people are looking through me really, and they just don't pick up on it. But then when they stare at me for any couple of seconds, they're like, "Oh shit!" So,
You
but
would show up on any type of
No,
heat
Mr. Cuddlebear,
sensor or anything like that too, correct?
because with the way you can manipulate the reflectiveness of your body, you might consider trying to become invisible as a power stunt.
it had been discussed early on in character creation, but it's not something I'd ever. It's not a bad idea though.
I mean, we
Thank
can
you.
do this. This would
Yep.
work.
I think this is the best idea. Then Criti Noll may have some sort of device, dummy device or some access to that we can use as well. But yeah,
Well,
I'm going to sleep.
All right, well, everyone's spoken.
Been a long day.
All right, so you guys get a little bit of shut eye. Get up, have the little continental breakfast in the morning, and then make your way out to Golden Gate Park. And you kind of show up out there. There's plenty of joggers and early sunbathers that are kind of coming out and enjoying the day as the heat begins to rise. and kind of looking around in the spot where you had left Criti Noll. And eventually you see a Chinese woman kind of walking up towards you, kind of looking back and forth just a little bit and then making a beeline your way. Gentlemen.
Hi, Criti.
It's good to see you. I hope you
Yeah.
slept well.
Very well, thank you for the hotel.
You're welcome. So, I believe I've bought us a little bit more time so that perhaps we can make a plan. We have, I would say at best, about 48 hours. And I think I may have some ideas, but first I think it might be best to let you in on what we might be dealing with. Colin, I know that your main goal is to rescue your grandparents. I want you to know I'm with you, and I'll do whatever is in my power to help you, but you need to know what you're getting into.
That would be helpful.
So, first things first. Here's what I know about the Secret Empire. As I mentioned yesterday, the Secret Empire grew out of a collaboration between Hydra, AIM, Roxxon, and a collection of high-ranking officials in world government, international corporations, and criminal empires. This organization is hell-bent on reshaping the world to fit their own agenda, which is quite simply world domination. There are 99 members of what is called the Inner Circle, but the organization as a whole reaches into the thousands. Of the 99 members, none of their identities are known to any of the others unless they have been elected to a higher rank. The Inner Circle is ruled by a council of 9. These enigmatic figures are the aforementioned especially selected members, and the ones who are ultimately pulling the strings for the organization as a whole. The Council of 9 never meet in person as a whole, and if they are present at any location, no one would know. They're highly protective of their status. One of Tony Stark's main rivals, Justin Hammer, recently joined the organization. Now, he's not a member of the Inner Circle, but he's been granted access to the Project Pegasus site for the development of weapons and of mass destruction. Hammer is a self-centered billionaire who fancies himself an engineering genius on the level of Tony Stark. He had been working under contract with the US government to develop robotics that could be used in battle, but was disgraced by Stark in front of Congress, who outed him as a fraud. Hammer was sent to Seagate Penitentiary after his arrest at the Stark Expo, where his drones were co-opted by Ivan Vanko in a revenge plot to destroy Stark on a public stage. Vanko was the true genius, albeit a tad misguided. While Hammer may be a shrewd businessman, he's stolen every idea he's ever had and tends to utilize the skills of those he's coerced into working for him.
Elon Musk.
Inventors with much more skill than himself to better visualize his concepts. And yes, like Elon Musk, he is rich, and money buys power. So he and his team of lawyers worked out the terms of his release from Seagate on a technicality, and somehow he convinced the government to bankroll the Mandroid armor program to be implemented into the US penal system for security against the ever-growing superpowered inmate population. And it was these armors that I believe you all faced when the dog soldiers came to collect Colin. And to be fully upfront here, just so you know, it was I who made that call.
Oh. Did you plan on intercepting Colin from them?
That was my plan, yes.
Well, sorry about that.
Well, it's all right. You've forced my hand a bit, but I think that perhaps we can turn this to our advantage. I will say, though, in my dealings with Hammer, what few dealings that I've had as Darren Cross, he most assuredly has one or more genius inventors under his thumb. The Secret Empire purchased the Project Pegasus site through shell companies and have fashioned it as a research and development site for the construction of Hammer's technologies, and a separate top-secret project, the one that drew my attention, Project Greensleeves. As Darren Cross, I joined the organization shortly after the formation of Project Greensleeves. This project has been set in motion to root out what the Secret Empire believes to be a Skrull plot to take over the world. They have actively been hunting the Skrull survivors here on Earth. Initially, their plan was simply to take out what they believed to be the competition. But it has grown into more than just that. They began experimentation on the members of our race, stealing and splicing Skrull DNA with human test subjects. Their most successful subjects you met earlier this week in the form of the Skrull kill crew. Unfortunately, the splicing did not take as they had hoped, and the Skrull kill crew are slowly dying in the process. And what the SKK don't know, however, is they've been duped. They were informed that they had volunteered for a program within S.H.I.E.L.D. during the Hydra infiltration. And while that in many ways is true, it was two members who eventually became agents of the Secret Empire who actually developed the process and who are now misleading them into believing that the work that they are doing for Project Pegasus will lead them to a cure for the disease that is killing. These two... Go ahead, sorry.
They have no intention of curing them.
No. And these two men are the ones that I, as Darren Cross, answer to. They are known as Mr. Black and King.
I'm sorry, what was the other one?
King.
Mr. Black and Mr. King. Okay.
So they're on our side.
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
They are the ones that are hunting down our kind and running these experiments on them.
So have you checked in with them since yesterday?
Yes, I informed the folks at Project Pegasus of... here's what I told them. Is the dog soldiers successfully brought Colin to the facility. We began the process of subduing Colin. And during that process, some of his companions from New York City came and destroyed the facility. But I was able to get him out, and I am working on the process of trying to quietly get Colin on site.
Okay.
Good.
All right. This works.
We can
This
help you with that.
jives with our plan a little bit.
So, all of that is the history of what I know to be true about Project Pegasus. But I want to tell you this, because if you decide to go in and attempt to free...
Decided.
Well, you've already decided. So if we're going to do this, you are putting yourselves in danger. I'm sure you know this.
We've been in danger since the blip began. Nothing has changed.
Now, this site, the Project Pegasus site, is one of dozens of locations that the Secret Empire possesses. They are a powerful organization and one that reaches deep into world politics and crooked corporations. Going in and freeing the captive Skrulls that they have in their possession, effectively dismantling Project Greensleeves, will make you an enemy of the Secret Empire. So, I want you to know this before we go in. My goal has always been to dismantle Greensleeves from the inside, and your actions have hastened the need to immediacy. In a roundabout way, I'm glad that my hand is now being forced. You have given me the opportunity to see my mission to completion, and if we're going to do this together, it is going to put you in their crosshairs along with myself, and I would be remiss if I didn't at least prepare you for that likelihood.
They can get in line with the rest of our enemies.
I will add them to the list. With past few weeks, I think I've made some fairly hefty enemies.
Hey guys, did you hear that? We're about to make some enemies.
Oh, does the big empire not like this?
We appreciate you letting us know.
Oh.
Criti, it's not that we're taking it lightly. This has pretty much been a daily thing for us for the past few weeks. So,
days where names don't get added.
Don't we have some gods that hate us, or they?
Not anymore, but they did.
Not anymore. They did. Yeah,
wait. No, we do. Yeah, Prometheus.
I heard the internet was pretty pissed that one time.
Yeah, the internet hates us. Yeah, but we appreciate the heads up, Criti, and we are not taking this lightly whatsoever.
There are plus the main thing is there are these people that need our help, refugees that are being exploited and tortured.
Exactly. I'm going to put it where we are going to stop this for the Skrull race.
Yeah, we heard you, but at the same time, if we didn't know all that stuff, that might have made a difference. But we already knew the stuff, so I don't think anything you said was going to change where we're at.
Well, I will say that your approach to the AIM facility was a head-on approach, and it fortunately worked out in your favor. With the amount of security that Project Pegasus has in place, I don't know that we would necessarily be as successful if we took a head-on approach.
We've been talking about that.
More of a than the horse approach.
And let me show you something. There's a few tricks I've picked up. And all of a sudden, another Colin appears next to Colin. This is a decoy, and then I'll change into what was one of the people? Who did I get the electricity from?
Oh, who did you get that from? Oh, I think that was Mad Thinker.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I'll switch, and he's probably the most likely one I think that might be along with her in a way.
Ooh, but he got away. Remember?
Oh, he was the one that got away. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he went unconscious. You know that at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He went unconscious. Yeah.
Well, we did bring his body from the thing because we didn't know he was dead.
Yeah.
Right. So I will transform myself into the Mad Thinker. And I said, "You and me, bringing Colin, Shatter, and Nyx in. Cuddles can go invisible and phase through things."
I cannot turn invisible.
Oh, I thought you could go invisible.
No.
No. Okay, disregard that. Then
I
Cuddles
can hide in somebody though.
Yeah. you can phase into something. We think this is the best approach to get us in.
And the other two, I'm sorry, I don't think I know your names.
Nyx and Shatter.
You're going to bring them in as prisoners?
Yes.
Hmm.
Thinking that maybe you would have some sort of device that they could wear that could possibly, they would think that their powers might be neutralized, but not.
Or if you can describe them to me, I can create them.
Yes, yes, I think I that might potentially work. What happened to the Skrull kill crew and the Dogs of War?
They're incarcerated.
Yes, they were apprehended when we defeated them. Though I did promise to help the kill crew if I could.
Right.
How so?
I am going to attempt to cure them of their ailment, or at least stop it from progressing so they not needlessly die.
You believe you have the ability to do that?
My intellect is far greater than my appearance would let on.
Well, that being the case, your clone here gave me a little bit of an idea. If there would be some way that perhaps we could approach the members of the Skrull kill crew and fill them in on the truth behind their benefactors within Project Pegasus and how they're being used as pawns, I wonder if perhaps maybe we could use the extra firepower.
I think that if they thought this was going to benefit them and cure them, they would join us.
Absolutely. Although this would require a trip back to New York.
Would it? Oh, well,
And then getting them back out here.
a call or two.
What'd you say, Frick?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Would it require that, or just a well-placed phone call or two?
Do you think they'd believe a phone call?
Maybe
Do they know you, Criti? Do they know Darren Cross? Have you ever met them?
I have not met them myself. They do know, and they don't know Cross. No. I would imagine they have had run-ins with Hammer since they essentially came from Project Pegasus. Now they're fairly free agents and have been going about the United States rounding up Skrulls since, and actually before the Blip. The only thing I can think of, I'm sorry to interrupt, but they do not have the ability to completely change their appearance like we do.
Right.
So if they were to accompany us, I suppose they could just come in as themselves, but
Wouldn't see why not.
what I don't know is whether or not information has come back to Project Pegasus about their capture at this time. Or
It's been a few days, so very possible.
Mhm.
I mean, they obviously haven't been checking in with anybody.
But
Or we could stage a breakout for them too.
yes, that was exactly what I was going to say. We could fake or stage a breakout, and then that's how they get out. Everything would have to be. We would have to do that like now. We would leave like right now. Alright, for this time frame to like really kind of work, it's gonna be the red eye back and forth.
Oh, what's the name of our contact again?
Hmm.
I always forget that, and I don't have it in my book.
I gotta
Need to put that.
pull that up too because I keep forgetting as well. I'm the guy that made him up. Oh, Dr. Gray Armand.
Yeah, Dr. Armand. That's it. Hey, Karen. Get Dr. Armand on the line. Video, if you can.
It will be done. And a few moments later, a hologram pops up out of the armor. This is
Hey, Dr. Armand.
Colin.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, hold on. I was presenting. Yeah. So I'll switch back to Colin. The kill crew, the Skrull kill crew. Where are they? What's their status right now?
We have them here at one of Stark's facilities here in Manhattan.
Good. Is there any way we can chat with them? Got a situation. I think we could use their help. We're getting ready to infiltrate a Project Pegasus base where they're holding all the Skrulls that they're doing tests on, and we think that they might benefit from us going in there because we can possibly get the cure for what's affecting them.
Mm-hmm.
And we think their help would be needed.
Also, we know that they're being lied to about the cure.
Right.
All right, let me see what I can set up for you. Give me just a few minutes.
Sure. Karen, can you mute the connection, please?
Would you say meet the connection?
Mute the connection.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Criti.
Yes.
It may come about that we need to tell them that Darren Cross is actually a Skrull. Is that okay?
I would prefer not.
Okay. No problem then.
But I've set up many identities over the years.
Oh, I understand. But, you bringing us into Project Pegasus, it's got to be blown anyway.
All right.
They find out that Darren Cross is helping us.
Well, but at that point, it won't matter anymore, will it?
No. Well,
so a few minutes pass, and Dr. Armand rings you back. And he says, I think I've got something set up where you can communicate. Give me just one moment here. And he reaches forward, kind of presses a button out of screen, and then all of a sudden you see a image of the Skrull kill crew member known as Ryder pop up. The guy that looks like Tay Diggs.
hey, Ryder.
What the fuck do you want?
Your help. Yeah, I know. Ironic, isn't it? Seems we find ourselves in a situation to where we could possibly help each other. Cuddles, why don't you take it? You had the best relationship with him.
Okay.
During our
Wait, will this work? Will that work? Can I do that? Can I telepathically speak to somebody on a video screen?
You can just talk out loud.
He can't talk
Holler.
out loud.
I'm a cat. Meow, 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 meow.
Fine, be that way. I'll take the lead. God, you people are annoying.
If it works, then yes, I will do it. But that was my question. I was like, I don't know if it will actually work.
Want you to
You
meet
need a
somebody.
suit translator.
Yeah, exactly. This is Darren Cross. Somebody that up until now I thought was an enemy, but he's not. He's actually working with us to try to save the Skrulls that are being brought in by Project Pegasus.
Tell them that we found out that they never intended to cure them, but
Right.
that I'm still confident that I can. Sorry.
The reason I reached out to you is because you guys have been misled this entire time. They've never intended to cure you guys. They were just using you to bring Skrulls in to run their own tests, saying that they were running the tests to try to find a cure for you, but that's not what they were doing. They were trying to create more of you and try to create their own Skrulls that they could control. But Cuddle Bear thinks he can still find a cure for you guys with what we can find out of the Project Pegasus facility. We're getting ready to go in today, probably. Right now, if you won't help us, later, as soon as you get here, if you will help us. But I can promise you, if you help us, we will do everything we can to find a cure. Because I know there's family members of mine in that facility. And I'm going to do everything I can to get them out of there. And if you help me, I'll do everything I can to make sure that you guys find a cure. Because it's bullshit for what they did to you guys. So what do you say?
So, how am I supposed to believe this? How did you come across this information?
Tell them about the AIM facility and how much ass we kicked.
We found a AIM facility and stormed that one. Found they were doing autopsies on. They were killing Skrulls and doing autopsies, pulling DNA, organs, whatever. And we kicked everyone's ass. Darren Cross was running that facility. We took everyone down but him, and finally, as we were getting ready to, knock him out, turn him in, he told us what was going on. We all believe him because he's telling the truth. He's been working as a double agent inside Project Pegasus for quite some time. And he's ready to stop it as well. He's putting his entire life on the line for us.
I think I'm gonna need some more proof.
What kind of proof do you need?
When we were brought into S.H.I.E.L.D., we were told that these powers were going to change our lives and basically turn us into the new Avengers. This was all done, we found out now, in not this moment, but in recent months, that this happened when S.H.I.E.L.D. was under control of Hydra.
Okay.
With Project Pegasus, the people that are in charge of this Project Greensleeves that we're a part of basically told us they could have the cure if we were able to provide them with a war scroll.
Right.
Which you are, right?
I am.
You're telling me that the people that we answer to have been sending us out to get more scrolls with no intention of coming through on their part of the deal. How am I supposed to know for sure that you are going to come through on your end?
I'm telling them I downloaded a lot of information from the computers from the AIM facility, so I do have the data showing what they were working on, and could possibly show that they didn't have any intention of cure, and then tell them that I can use this data, though, hopefully, with maybe more willing scrolls to give me some samples. But yes, like I can give you as proof that they were lying, but as far as whether we can actually help you, that's just going to be faith.
Let me see the data.
I just told you that, by the way, not him.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Karen, transfer the data to Mr. Armand so that he can share it. And let me put it this way. We could have killed you guys. That's what you were going to basically do to me. Because you knew what they were going to do to me. But we didn't. Because that's not who we are. We try to do the right thing. And could we go into this base without you and succeed? I think we can. But if you can help us and trust us, we're going to help you.
All right, give me a minute. And it goes dark.
If this doesn't work, we should offer them clemency. If they help us, they get their freedom. That could be plan B.
I think that's what we're giving them.
Well, they still have to answer for their crimes. They just don't have to die for their disease.
True.
All right, a few minutes pass, and you get the call. Hologram comes back up, and it's Ryder again. All right, I've had a chance to leaf through the information.
Okay. What'd you find?
Let's go fuck these motherfuckers up.
That's something we're good at. Question for you, though. You've been offline since you've been there. Who knows? Who did you have to answer to? Who did you have to check into? Who knows that you are offline?
It'd be our handlers, King and Mr. Black.
No, great. So what happens if you walk into this facility and they are there? And you haven't talked to them in a week?
Well, we should have contacted them about your capture if it went through properly. So I'm sure they are probably wondering what happened to us.
Well, our plan was that I was captured after the AIM facility. We all were. And that's why we wanted you to walk in with Darren Cross, acting like that you had captured us.
We might still be able to make that work.
They'll question it, but I think we can make it work.
Yeah. Like the Skull Kill crew showed up, and that's what allowed them to finally take the balance. Or some such.
Is it plausible that you didn't contact them because you didn't capture us right away?
There's at least a day and a half, probably, between the time that we did capture you.
Through that.
And
You can just say you ran into a few technical difficulties when the rest of us showed up. I'm supposed to be in that coffin, though.
Criti Noll says, I've got access to more of those.
As long as you let me out.
Let your clone out.
Yeah. Well, he'll come in handy. Won't you, bud? Yeah. All right. Armand,
I think I can probably cover my ass.
gotcha. All right. What's the closest town to where the Project Pegasus base is?
Oh, probably Phoenix.
Okay. Armand, can you get him out to Phoenix ASAP?
As you wish.
All right. Let's go to Phoenix.
So, as you guys now have kind of headed off into the desert in Arizona, in the Mojave Desert. And as you approach the area that Darren Cross is kind of guiding you guys towards, there's a sense of anticipation that kind of comes over you. The desert landscape stretches out for miles, and you're kind of bathed in the warm hues of the setting sun. There's towering rock formations that rise majestically out of the desert, casting long shadows across the rugged terrain. And among this natural splendor, the concealed facility awaits off in the distance, its secrets concealed behind a veil of advanced cloaking technology. From a distance, the base appears deceptively unremarkable. The exterior is blending seamlessly with the surrounding rocky formations, and the camouflage is so effective that even keen-eyed observers would struggle to discern its presence amidst the arid desert backdrop. It's a testament to the ingenuity and the technological prowess at work within the hidden Project Pegasus. As you draw a little bit nearer, the true scale of the facility becomes apparent. Spread across a vast expanse, the former Air Force Base encompasses a sprawling complex of interconnected structures. Metal structures rise from the earth, their angular forms contrasting starkly against the rugged natural landscape. The dull, metallic sheen of the buildings hints at the advanced technology housed within. The main entrance stands imposingly at the forefront, guarded by two towering gates adorned with the emblem of Project Pegasus. The gates themselves, crafted from reinforced steel, give a sense of the formidable security measures in place. And a sense of foreboding emanates from this gateway, warning all who approach of the secrets and dangers that lie within. Surrounding the facility, a series of watchtowers are strategically positioned, offering vantage points for vigilant guards. These towers rise above the desert sands, affording an unobstructed view of the vast expanse. The guards stationed within these structures are armed with the Mandroid armor that you had seen on the Dogs of War, ensuring that no authorized presence goes unnoticed. These soldiers in Mandroid armor patrol the grounds with a formidable presence. These creations of Justin Hammer stand as a line of defense, and their powerful frames and advanced weaponry are a stark reminder of the danger that awaits. The gleaming metal plating of their suits glimmers in the desert sun, their red-tinted visors casting an intimidating gaze. Beyond the structures, you can see that there is basically an opening in one of the canyon structures back behind them. And it's here that Darren Cross, or Criti Noll, says that's where we need to get. I think that I can get us past the guards here out front. And once we get inside, we should be able to move around fairly freely. I am not as familiar with the interior structure, so we are likely going to have to face off with, most likely, Justin Hammer, since he is in charge of the facility itself.
Did you need to check in with somebody and say, hey, this is what I've got? and they'll send you somewhere.
They'll send Criti Noll somewhere.
Yeah, they'll send us somewhere with my body.
Most likely, yes. There's a holding facility inside that I'm aware of, but it is a little bit further back in the facility, so we're going to have to probably travel a bit once we get inside.
Okay.
So the Skrull kill crew have met you guys out there in the desert and are kind of convening to make the entrance there. Criti Noll has one of the air sharks that you guys had downed. That's how you guys ended up getting here in the first place to travel here.
Mm-hmm.
So what she is proposing is to load everybody up into the air shark, you guys and the Skrull kill crew, and then go in through the docking bay off to the side. So that would actually kind of bypass all of the guards standing out front.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yep.
All right, so you guys load up on the air shark and end up flying into the docking bay. There's a few mandroids there that are awaiting the arrival, kind of waving the air shark in, and you guys disembark. A couple of the Skrull kill crew are manning this sarcophagus, which is housing Colin's clone, correct?
Correct.
And you are going in as the Mad Thinker?
Yes.
Okay.
Before we head in, I'm going to add some skills because although the stuff I have would have worn off by now. Oh, hush! I got this. So I'm gonna take psychology, martial arts B, marksman. I think that'll do for now.
How many of those can you do?
5.
5.
I've got 5 talents. 5 additional talents, I should say.
Mhm.
I only have 2 talents normally. So we'll roll for psychology first and call karma on that. 65. That's yellow, I think. Yeah. And then marksman, also karma. Ugh, I rolled a 9 on that. So, another 13. I can get that to green, so I won't have it for very long. And then what did I say? That was marksman. Oh, martial arts beat. Ooh, 91. That's definitely red. So just to break it down, I'll have psychology for 12 hours. I'll have marksmanship for an hour, and I'll have martial arts B for 24 hours.
Okay. Now, how are you getting in?
Me?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna be in phase inside of somebody.
Okay. Who?
Who's kind of, I guess, like someone big and bulky looking.
That would probably be Riot. That's the big alien looking dude.
Okay. Mr. Riot, I shall accompany you if you don't mind. I'll be gentle, and then I jump up inside his guts.
And
Go up his butt.
He goes. Okay, so you guys disembark off of the air shark, and a couple of them are pushing Spider-Wasp's clone in the sarcophagus. So I'll pull you into the map here so you can kind of see what's going on.
Oh, that's big.
Okay.
All right, so you guys basically come down a ramp into this little small lobby area here and begin kind of pushing through. There's a door directly in front of you, about right in here, that leads into the facility itself. There's a couple of mandroids that have kind of accompanied you into this area, and they walk over to the door, stand in front of it. It scans their armor, and it opens the door for you. So you can kind of proceed on inside. And I'll just move the sarcophagus here for right now, so you guys can kind of see the path that we're taking. The mandroids that are with you say, we can take the sarcophagus back to the holding facility if you like.
That would be acceptable, but I need to know there are two other possible subjects here that I would like to do a little testing on. They crash landed on Earth not that long ago, and they're the grandparents of this war Skrull. So while they may not be war Skrulls themselves, their DNA helped produce him. So I would like to have them pulled aside so that we may run some testing on them as soon as possible as well.
You'll probably want to talk to Mr. Hammer about that first.
Okay.
But he, I think, is off in the lab, off to the left over here. If you want to give him a shout out. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and take the sarcophagus down.
Yes, that's fine.
All right, so he kind of motions off into this area over this way. And then they take the mandroid armor, or they take the sarcophagus away and start wheeling it down the opposite hall.
Okay. Sorry, cloning.
So the two prisoners up here, you guys are being taken down into this area here and over and led through another door here. You guys have got a long walk.
Like a whole.
And as you guys are being led through, you're passing these guys that are dressed in like these red cloaks with hoods over the top and masks in front of them. The assumption would be that these are some members of the secret society.
It sounds like Imperial Guard or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're led through an area right in here that's kind of like a lounge area. And you see several individuals that are dressed in slightly different types of armor from the mandroids. And I'll pull up some pictures here for you so you can kind of see what we're looking at. All right, so you see one dude that is dressed out pretty much in all black from head to toe. He's heavily armed. Very little actual armor on him. There's some metal plating, but it's mostly all kind of a really thick leather. And that's Agent Zero. You've got another dude that's dressed in all white armor. This guy right here. And that's very similar to the mandroid armors, but it's kind of a matte finish to that armor. That's Blizzard. Also in the room is this guy, kind of dressed in white and kind of a bluish black costume, and he's got like these boomerang type things all over him. Needless to say, that's Boomerang. And then finally, you've got this guy that has these like needle-like things that are hanging off of his costume and holding a big plasma rifle. And these guys are all just kind of sitting around the tables, got their feet up on chairs and tables and so forth, and just kind of kicking back and having some beer.
Am I missing something? I'm not seeing or is the Zero guy, the guy in all the black leather, is that Melter and I just missed it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't pull that one up. Let me pull that one up.
I didn't see the room.
Yep. Yep, so this is the fourth guy there, Melter.
Hey, Barrett.
Kind of has a orange visor up front and a very large. He's not wearing that on his arm right now. It's kind of sitting right in front of him. But this kind of huge, like tank-like thing that's sitting on the table right in front of him.
And where is the guy that was dressed all in black? Because I'm not seeing his
Zero.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Agent Zero
Sorry.
is not on this.
I
board.
apologize. He's in a completely different room. So never mind.
Okay, all right. All right.
All right.
My bad.
So they move you guys through that room.
Okay.
And then into here.
Fucking hell. There's so many guys.
You find two more individuals here sitting in this little mini lounge. There's two large couches in here, and these two guys are just sitting in here kind of chatting. And this is Constrictor. And this armor looks very much like the Whiplash armor from Iron Man 2. And then what looks also a lot like that is the guy that is called Whiplash right here. But both of them are a little bit more of an upgraded armor from what was seen when Ivan Vanko confronted Tony Stark. I think it was in France during the race car event.
God, that was such a horrible movie.
Oh, stop.
It really was.
And eventually you guys end up in this large room here that is kind of surrounded by individual cells. And as you guys kind of pass by, you can see inside these cells are Skrulls.
The whole group is removed
in their true form. No, it's just these two, Nix and Shatter.
Oh, okay.
Now, if the Skrull kill crew, they can kind of go wherever they want, and if you wanted to go along with, we could probably arrange that so you could see all of that.
Since I'm kind of hanging out with Riot here, I was hoping that they would stay with the group.
Yeah, and we can have a couple of those guys go along. So let me grab a couple of you, and I'm going to just kind of. I'm not going to take you along the path. I'm going to take you through the walls here. So.
It's a good idea. I'm feeling a little outgunned, so yeah, bring some of them.
Okay. Here's everybody.
There we go. All right. All right, so that's the description of all the hallways getting down there. And then Spider-Wasp, you were heading into this facility here.
Yeah.
So when you come in here, you can kind of see that there is a large kind of hologram area in the center of this gigantic room. The walls are completely lined with more Mandroid armors. There's probably 200 armors that are lining the walls here.
Lovely.
There are several more members, agents here of the Secret Empire that are all dressed in the red cloaks. Directly across from you, as you enter, you can see this guy. Oh, come on. Cooperate with me. Jesus. It's not going to let me do it. Why are you doing that, you piece of shit? All right, well, I can't show you his picture because Foundry won't let me do it. But if you
I can probably pull it up.
yeah, if you can scooch in on Blacklash there, it's similar to the Whiplash armors, but all black.
Okay.
And then opposite of
No special powers that I would pick up.
nope, nothing on any of these guys actually. On the southern edge down here, on a balcony kind of overlooking this area here in the center, is Agent Zero, the one in black that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And then down in this area, kind of working at a computer system, operating this whole hologram system that's centered around a Mandroid armor that is being constructed in front of you, is Justin Hammer.
Gotcha.
Kind of a middle-aged man, tall, slender, with glasses and a little bit of a receding hairline. And he spots you and Darren Cross, who has been accompanying you on this little trip here. Spots the two of you, and he sees Darren. And he's like, Darren! Buddy. Yeah, I heard about what happened over there in San Francisco. Sorry you lost the base, but I'm glad you got the kid here. Yeah, it's quite a loss. We put a lot into that facility, and I hate to see it go. But unfortunately, the kids that were trying to protect their friend pretty much laid waste to the place. But we were at least able to get out of there alive. It's good to hear. I see you brought Big Forehead with you. What's up?
Oh,
Big Forehead.
You're speaking of me, I presume.
That's right, Noggin. What you got?
There are 2 Skrulls currently in the facility that I would like to have access to run some tests. Apparently the grandparents of the kid, as you call him, crash landed on the planet a few days ago, and they were brought in already. I believe by running tests on the kid and them, it would be helpful, because while they may not be War Skrulls themselves, their DNA created a War Skrull, and that would be useful information.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Mikasa Sukasa, you know what I mean?
I would hope so. Are they currently incarcerated in the facility?
One of them's currently incarcerated, and unfortunately the other one didn't make it.
Oh, what happened to the body of that particular Skrull?
We've still got it on site. It's back there. I think King and Mr. Black are working on it right now, to be honest.
Oh. May I go?
Sure. Help yourself, everybody.
Where are they working on him?
Back in the labs towards the back.
Okay.
Just watch the door, James, as you go. I don't want you to hit your head on the way out.
Humorous. Thank you. Mr. Cross, thank you for your help. If you need anything else, you know where I'll be.
Yes, absolutely. Here, I tell you what, and he reaches kind of back into his pocket, and he says, "Here, why don't you take this with you, just in case I need to get a hold of you? I can buzz you that way."
Wonderful. Perfect. Thank you. And I'll turn around and walk out and go, I would presume, where I saw them take everybody else in that direction.
All right. And we'll fast forward you all the way through.
Okay. Gotcha.
I gotcha. Oh, there we go. Yep, there we are.
Just a second.
What's that?
I'm stepping out just a second, but I'll be right back.
Okay. And in the meantime, while that conversation was going on, the mandroids have been kind of working with the two of you and trying to figure out how to get those handcuffs off of you, which they are confounded and cannot figure out how to release them.
At a certain point, Nyx will dissolve it or unlatch it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not going to let him like sit there for too long. Just long enough. Once I see Colin show up or the mastermind,
Yep.
then she'll kind of let it go.
Okay. All right. So finally, it kind of it unlatches, and they're like, "Jesus Christ! I don't even know what I did. Do you know what I did?" No, I have no idea. Can you get the other
Don't
guys?
ask me.
And then they grab hold of you and start walking you towards this containment unit right over here, and are going to put you in.
Am I in the room?
Yeah.
I'll just turn to this agent. Where are King and Mr. Black?
I think they're back in the back lab, just off on the far end, right over there.
Thank you.
All right, and so you are crossing over there. Nix, are you going to let him put you in there?
No. She's going to reach out and shoot a tentacle at the agent that's right next to her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's essentially try and envelop his whole head, his face, inside the hood.
Okay.
Is that on an agility? Or
Yep.
the power rank?
I think that's
It doesn't
agility
matter.
there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's both. The same. 53. Green.
All right. Doing damage?
Yes, but I'd like to, stick the landing. Make sure it's over. If I have a choice, I'd rather have it envelop his head and start the poisoning process.
Mm-hmm. How much damage
If I have to choose.
How much damage are we doing?
Well, if I'm just grappling their face, nothing at the moment, but next round they have to roll an endurance feat, remarkable.
Okay.
Or take remarkable damage.
All right, gotcha. All right, so you shoot that out, and I've got him as Rottweiler, but that's not actually Rottweiler. It's one of the Mandroid armors. He basically just kind of kicks you in the back of your leg to kind of get you to kneel and take you off your feet. And got a yellow to do so.
And I just do a counter roll for strength.
You can, since we're kind of starting an initiative now, if you want to roll a dodge, you can attempt to dodge that if you want.
78, and that's on agility. Correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's yellow.
Yellow.
Minus
Okay.
force, yes.
So 61. All right, so it takes it down to green. So you would take 10 damage, but I think are you inked up? I guess.
No, I'm not.
No. Okay. So 10
Yeah,
points of
I didn't
damage
say it.
there. Yeah.
Awesome.
So we are we doing this, Mr. Cucklebear? It's like, Colin, did you want us to wait, or should we?
Do it.
Okay.
Am I picking up any powers outside of the ones that I already know from the kill crew?
None.
Gotcha.
All right, and the combat tracker's up, so if you guys want to roll initiative, you can do so. Ooh, it's hot in here.
You. Oh, damn it, I did it again.
Rolled a good initiative for once.
I rolled for somebody because it clicked. So I think I rolled for Moonstomp. That's who I
No,
rolled
it's
for.
okay. No problem.
And
Can I take my manual roll instead of the digital roll?
No
Sure. What was that?
It's a 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your plus?
So +4.
Okay.
+4.
Yep.
Damn,
I got more intuitive.
The gas bonus.
good for you.
Yeah.
What's your amazing?
Yep.
Nice.
That'll
I
see
can also-
you got a +3.
I have a +3, yeah.
I love you just have my +1 memorized because I worked so hard to get it.
I
So
know.
you just...
And Colin?
+1.
Okay. All right. So actually, it looks like Riot goes first.
Damn, right?
Well,
Yeah.
as I said, somebody should react to what just happened.
Mhm.
All right. He takes a step towards the Mandroid armor and basically just grabs a hold. And then turns his drill arm on. Got a 56. And so he grabs hold and then just starts to kind of drill into that armor and is making a little bit of headway there. And from him, we go to Dice. Dice. Hey, yo.
Oh,
Nietzsche.
He's got the blade hands, so we're gonna do. He's going over to the other Mandroid armor here. And decides to cut him. Got a green to hit there. Slices a little bit into the armor, but not too much. Shatter.
Question,
Mm-hmm.
because we've taken in a lot of information. These
Yeah.
containments with the Skrull, they're not glass, are they?
They are not. They're
Okay, I didn't think
an-
they were with the way those lights were spinning, but
Yeah,
just
they're an energy field.
all right. Well, then in that case,
Now, there's some glass here in the room, with the light bulbs and stuff like that. So there's glass to choose from, but it's not an exorbitant amount.
that's okay. It's all right. I don't need a ton. I was more or less concerned if I could free the individuals in there in a snappy fashion. So that's fine for now. Then, yeah, we're just gonna sit up and we're gonna leave the glass alone for a minute. Use the glass I've got on me to engage the body armor, but we're gonna use the tentacles. I just lost the word for tentacles.
Mhm.
We're gonna use I'm gonna run over, use the tentacles, and we're gonna do the old classic into the shoulders, yank to the ground on the agent sitting over there. Just kind of neutralize him as quickly
Okay.
as we can. So we'll call Karma. Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
10 points automatically take it to the red, so it's
Alright.
gonna be.
And how much damage?
It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. The intent was to neutralize, but I end up amp-cracking these guys. I don't know what to tell you.
do that sometimes. You'll be like, I just want to. Oh my god.
You want him slapped, call your little sister, I guess.
All right, so you send the tentacles out at him, and it just goes chunk, chunk, and goes right through
little,
both shoulders and lift him up off the ground. And you're like, "Oops, I think I broke him."
I'm putting it back down real gentle. Like,
Yes. One of these days I'll have to
Sorry.
tell you about my character Flail.
oh God, I think you just told me
He-
everything I know. based on-
He rolled horribly. And then he would roll hundreds when he didn't need to. And yeah, he was basically the greatest American hero. It was hilarious how bad he was.
See, there's a show you could reboot.
He basically blew up Newburgh once.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, fuck those guys.
All right, so the mandroid next to Nyx sends out a tendril out of his arm. It's like a coil, and it kind of wraps around your neck.
Would I be able to use a reaction?
Yes, you can.
I need to roll for multiple actions, though.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Karma. Yellow.
Okay.
That's 3. I'll use one of them to. What's the shadow situation? So, is there a spot by the cryo chamber? Is it hovering, like with the
Yep.
shadow underneath
Mhm.
it, maybe?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's going to teleport to there as a
All right.
reaction to try and avoid this tentacle.
Okay. Make a power stunt or a power feat on that one.
Okay, karma. 6. I'll take it to green.
I
Okay.
like
He makes contact with the coil, and you teleport away just in time. But you just get a little bit of a zap of energy with that, and take 6 points of damage with that.
Okay. And she, as she teleports into the shadow, she comes out of the shadow inked up, if I could.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So about right in here.
Yeah.
Okay. And we go to Mr. Cuddlebear.
Okay. These guys are in some sort of armor. You should.
The ones that are marked as Rottweiler, those are your Mandroid armors there. And then the ones in red are not armored. They're just in a red cloak.
Okay. I will roll for multiple actions as well. We'll call karma for that. Remarkable. That's green. So I've got 2. So action the first. I'm gonna come basically. You know what? They're probably fine. Well, no, fuck it. It'd be a waste of action. I'm gonna spring out of Riot's chest, basically through Rottweiler, to land about here. Basically, trying to disrupt his armor or any mechanisms in the armor.
Alrighty, make a fighting feat for that.
Yes, yes. This is technically unarmed fighting, correct?
Right.
That's why I got martial arts B, baby. Karma. Good. 40. It's green. I
Okay.
don't spend much.
All right, so you leap through, and the armor kind of seizes up for just a second, but it didn't seem to have too much of an effect on him.
Okay. And then kind of looking around, there was talk of the computer systems in there.
Yeah, pretty much all of these little round areas right here are all individual computer systems, and make a reason feat for me.
Oh, you're kidding me. I should have called Karma, but I was like, I'm pretty fucking smart. It's light, a 15.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yep, they're little computer systems.
Okay, I was looking for more like a main kind of console thing. I guess is kind of what. So I'm gonna just kind of use some movement to move to about here.
Okay. All right, Nix.
Okay. He's going to. Now, there is no Rottweiler there. Both of those are Mandroids.
Mandroids, right? Yeah.
Got it. Is there a way to open the cryo chamber?
Yep.
She'll do that to let out the clone.
Gotcha.
See, she's grown since cloning.
Right.
And for my movement, I'm going to move over to Spider-Wasp or Mastermind right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I will not be doing that. She's good where she is.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We go to this agent here.
He needs to roll a remarkable endurance feat
Oh, that's all right. Okay.
because his face is in goop.
Nope. Got a white.
Ooh.
Okay, he takes remarkable damage.
All right.
If his face wasn't goop, it might be. No.
Ooh.
God damn.
They don't have much. They don't have many hit points. If Remarkable took him down to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's super squishy.
And they're pretty squishy.
Let's
Good
see
to know.
Mm-hmm.
So this Rottweiler, or the Mandroid over here, is going to basically just punch Dice to get him off of him.
Man, get off me.
And he got a yellow for 40 points of damage. Ooh, wow. All right. And lays him out. I mean, like, just uppercuts him, and he gets kind of thrown back towards Riot.
You got knocked the fuck out.
And we go to Spider-Wasp.
Alrighty, let's roll for multiple karma.
I think you might need to roll initiative for your clone too.
Yeah. How do I add? You'll need to add him
Yeah.
into the encounter.
Got him.
Okay. Yeah, he did better than me.
But I think we've always been running it where it runs on yours anyway, I think.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. Spider-Wasp. This is just a door going into the room at the end of the hall.
No, it's basically just a hallway. You can see right
It's just a hallway.
inside there. So
Gotcha.
basically, what you see inside there is kind of another, like, autopsy room, essentially, or a surgical room of some sort.
Right.
And there is a Skrull body there, laying on the slab,
Obviously dead.
obviously dead.
Gotcha.
And there are two individuals over top of him. First off is this kind of big albino looking dude with a yellowish white beard.
Yep.
And then the other one is this guy, a shorter, thinner, bald guy with a kind of a very thin goatee and glasses.
Okay.
Easily looking dude.
And you said the scrolls are being held in by energy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is there an obvious control panel for that in the room?
Make a reason feat.
Karma.
Call on that.
I'll just spend the 10 and keep it a white.
Okay. Not that you
So-
can see.
Because I'm distracted by that body lying there. All I'm going to do is I'm going to the big albino web the shit out of him.
Okay.
Cocoon him. Karma. Jesus Christ.
Right?
I'll take that to the green.
All right. And if you subtract 2 column shifts, that'll probably put you in white, right?
No, that keeps me in green.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Because I rolled a 20. Nope, that does. If I just add the 10. Yeah, that puts me in white.
All right. Yeah, he dives kind of off to the right, and you just miss him with the webs.
Wow, you're pretty agile for a fat fuck.
And then your clone.
Clone saw what this mandroid did to Dice. So he is going to. The mandroid is obviously something electrical, right?
Yeah.
He's going to use the electricity control to.
He doesn't
inflate-
have the electricity control, though, does he? Oh, no, I guess he does now.
He does.
Because you
Yes,
just
he
made
does.
him. Yeah.
I
Okay.
just made him. Yep. He's going to use it, and he is going to basically increase the electrical current so much that it shorts him out. Is what I'm going to try to do.
Okay.
And we'll call karma on that since been doing it yellow. Hey, 10 takes that to red.
Yeah,
Look at that.
that'll do, clone.
That'll do it.
All right. So that armor locks up completely, and he gets frozen basically in place. You see this electrical energy that just goes and just sparks all around him, and he just freezes in place. So we go back to the top of the round for extra actions. Cuddlebear.
Yes, I do have one.
Okay.
I'm going to, because I should have done this before, get computers, or that's that talent, because, let's say, keep dropping the ball here. I'll call karma for that. Yeah. That's red. I'll have that for like 24 hours. And then I'm going to try to basically figure out how to shut down the energy control systems.
Okay. So that would have been your action to get
The action
that.
is to get-
So,
yeah. And then, yeah, sorry.
Nix, you got another one?
Yes, I have my final one. She's gonna evaporate the mask or the goop on the agent, so it's not gonna continue to kill him.
Gotcha.
What's the mandroid? What are these circles? Are they
Those are the individual computer units.
okay? And mandroid is standing on top of it.
Well, kind of next to it. I just
Okay.
couldn't put them right where I wanted them to be.
What is that true? 60 feet, or is
I mean, essentially, yes. Yeah. I mean, are you just wanting to know if that's in range?
for charge? For
Yeah.
charge, yeah.
Yeah. You're 2 areas away.
Okay, that's just a straight endurance
Yep.
to hit.
Mhm.
Okay. Karma 44. I'll take it to yellow.
You got a white to dodge.
Ah. How many areas was that again?
2.
And then too bad for him.
Yeah. So that'll move it to an R3.
Okay.
100.
That doesn't seem good either.
Okay. So, how's your karma?
Oh, boy.
Oh
What?
dear.
You fly at Mr. Black and hit him just dead center in the chest and push him basically into the wall. And you hear all of the bones in his chest just. And he is going into the process of dying.
Okay.
Medic!
I don't know what to do. But what she will do, because it's the only thing she can, she's going to turn and look directly at King and dislocate her jaw and let it just like drop slowly as it opens up.
Maybe pull your punches on the humans.
Yeah, that's the only thing left that she can do is that. Okay, cool.
King, who is just getting his footing under himself, and he's a big boy. He kind of stands up. He takes a look at what just happened right in front of him, and then you see his pants just getting wet from the crotch down to the knees. Anybody else have any extra actions?
I actually have 2.
Okay.
I will take a step in, look at Nyx and go, impressive. I like it. And then look at King and go, let's try this again. And I will web him. Karma. 10 takes that to a yellow. So I'll keep it yellow. Because he can't dodge, so.
Yeah, he can't dodge, and he would not going to.
Exactly.
Cuddles, do you have another action, or are you done for this round?
I'm done for this round.
Okay. All right. So back to Spider-Wasp.
Alrighty. I'll be back for you to King, and I'll come back out here. And I'm going to try to bring the power down for the doors.
Targeting what?
Is there like a keypad or some sort of access on the wall beside the doors?
You already made a reason feat to kind of figure out where
Yeah.
it was. So,
So no.
I'm not going to get
Gotcha.
that to you right now.
Well, actually, this mandroid is still active right here, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll take care of the mandroids first. Same thing to him. I'm going to try to cause him to overpower.
Okay.
Karma. I'll keep it at a yellow at 68.
Okay. All right. So you see him start to spark, and he freezes up as well.
Yay!
All right. End of the round. Going back to the top. We go to Riot, and he just continues to drill into that mandroid. And I'm not even going to roll for him. Dice gets up, leaps across to the mandroid that had knocked him back, gets up on top of him and just starts hammering him with these razor fists that he's formed on his arms. Again, not going to roll for him either. So Shatter comes to you.
Okay. Squaring away who's in the kill crew. We've got all the enemies are pretty well taken care of at this point, or who do we still have standing?
In
don't think
there, I don't think anybody actually.
Yeah, no. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hold for a sec. I'm gonna head over here to, just like this direction where it's Spider-Wasp or anybody that, if something happens, then I can be ready, but I'm holding for the time being.
Gotcha. Okay, so something is happening.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And through the entryway that you guys came in through, you see Whiplash coming into the room, and he says, "What the fuck is going on in here?"
Yeah, right. So, am I required to keep that hold? Because the second that happens, I'm gonna react.
Go for it. Yeah, I was giving you the moment.
Then
there.
I'm breaking the computers. Then I'm breaking those all the little glass in the computers on the room. I'm whipping it to him, and I'm stopping it right at the eyes, throat, face, that whole area. I mean, just as close as I can actually get it, and then just saying, "Don't move." So we're gonna see if we can get it all right to it.
Okay.
Karma on it. Thank God I called karma on it, but we'll spend a ticket to the green. So like 29 to get it to the green, but or not 19, but that's fine.
All right. Okay, so you send those shards flying at him, and they stop just right in front of his face, and he kind of flinches just a moment, and he moves.
All right, so I got one in that goes. He should be able to feel it on his cornea.
Okay.
Strike one. I yell, "Strike one!" And then the other one, if we go to strike two, the other one's going on the cornea, and we all know what's going to happen on strike three. So there. If he can feel it on his eyeball, then that's strike one.
Oof. He's not the smartest dude. From his arm, he sends a coil in your direction.
All right.
Now, since you were holding those there, if you want to move forward with it, you can. As soon as you see him move.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Then yeah, he's losing an eye. That cost you an eye. I said it twice. So I mean, so that cost me.
All right, and essentially that is really pretty much what happens. It goes right into his eye. He sends the tendril out and got a green to hit.
Okay, and I've got the body armor on. Just tell me what I need to roll there. I can't remember this.
All right, so it's gonna do 75 points of damage.
Damn, son.
If I remember, the body armor it's like 80 or 120, so it eats up a lot of body armor. Is that right?
I think your body armor should be 50, I believe.
Oh, 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I
that'll
don't have
soak
my
up.
actual notebook tonight, so I'm playing a little bit for memory, but I know what my karma points are at least. Outside of that, I'm playing for memory. So
yeah, that'll be. It'll take the armor away because it basically breaks the armor, and then you'll take 25 points of damage.
Okay, got it. I forgot about the armor life. Thank you.
All right, and then we go to the Mandroid. He's down, Mr. Cuddlebear.
I'm going to see if I can interface with these computers and shut the shit down.
Oh, and I will say, hold on one second, because Shatter
No.
took away the computers. The
Oh, they shut down. Did they shut down?
well, I think he just did these four that were in front of him, I would
Gravity glass.
imagine. Yeah.
Correct.
the force fields, when those computers went down, the force fields went down as well. So the Skrulls that are inside are now free.
Oh, well, sweet. Wait, were there? I didn't see. Were there some of these other ones?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Well, I'll just run through them in phase. That should be enough to fuck them up, right?
Theoretically.
We'll give it a shot. And I'll just kind of take off as far as my movement can get in this little cluster here.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's just kind of movement. This is the top of the round.
Yep.
I'll roll for multiple actions. We'll not call karma for it though. Aha, 85. That's 2. So
All right, so you go through those computers, and one by one, zip, 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 it shuts the shields down on the other 4 chambers.
I'm gonna kind of look around for something that looks like a main, like something that I can get into their actual, like the net, their infrastructure here, like not for just for the security, but for like the actual running of the base.
Gotcha. Make a reason feat.
Ooh, 96, baby.
All right.
Earthly, that's deep red.
On the wall behind Spider-Wasp, both here and here, are 2 larger computer consoles embedded into the walls. And most likely those are connected to probably the interface of the base.
Oh, all right. Well, if I have any movement left, I will head to one of those.
Okay.
And that'll be my first action.
All right. Nyx.
Multiple actions, karma. I'll take it to a red. No, just 10. So it's yellow.
Yeah, because you get 3 on yellow anyway.
Yeah. For her first action, she's going to create a large spatula and scoop up Mr. Black and fly him over to the cryo chamber and see if she can sloth him, shake off the spatula, put him in the cryo, and I'll close it if I can do that.
All right. Yeah, you should be able to do that. I don't think you need to roll for that.
Good looking there, little buddy. Don't die on me now.
Nick's okay.
And while that's happening, Constrictor comes in.
What's all this good?
And sees kind of what's going on, and sees dice on top of Mandroid, and takes a swipe at him, and got a white. So he sends his tendril out at dice and just barely misses. Constrictor would go to Agent Spider-Wasp.
Alrighty. Roll for multiple to start off with. Karma. Glad I did that. That'll give me 2. So for Spider-Wasp, he is still, looks like Mastermind. Or is that what his name was? Mastermind?
Yep.
Gotcha. Going to loosely web.
Sorry, Mad Thinker.
Mad Thinker. That's right, Mad Thinker. I'm going to loosely web around myself.
Okay.
So that it looks like I've been webbed.
Gotcha.
Okay. Is that will that count as my action?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The clone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Is going to for Whiplash. Now he's going to use gravity control and squash him to the floor.
Okay.
Karma. And I'll take that to yellow.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh. Now you roll well.
Yeah.
You're welcome back, Rick.
All right, so you see him kind of buckle just a little bit, but he pulls himself up. And we go to Moonstomp, who is basically going to Moonstomp the Mandroid over here with Riot. And any extra actions for anybody?
I've
I
got
have
one.
All right, going back up to Cuddle Bear.
Basically, I want to get into their system and disable any sort of like alarms of security that may alert people to where we're at and send them coming.
Gotcha. Make a reason feat.
Watch out, Kitty, watch out. 17 on an earthly. Still green. That's still green.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So you're able to kind of tap into the system and you find where the alarm is and you deactivate the alarm.
And then I'll tell everybody I should have bought us a bit of privacy. And then if I can, I'm not sure if the rest of the Skrull kill crew are in telepathic range, but if they are, I'm going to try to call them to where we're at.
What's the range on that?
An incredible, which
And
is
how far?
seconds. 11 areas.
Yeah, I think they're just barely in range. Yeah.
I'll tell them just to kind of nonchalantly all make their way to where we're at in the security room here.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Nyx.
Okay. She's going to float up. Maybe how tall is this room?
It's probably about 25 feet.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she'll go up maybe 15 feet, and she's going to try and scare Constrictor with her fear.
Okay.
So it is a amazing feat.
All right, he got a white.
A white. He's paralyzed. He is paralyzed for 5 rounds.
Wow. All right. Now, where's paralyzed? Do I have paralyzed? Sleep? Paralyzed right there. There we go.
Is that a cross, or what has he found Jesus?
It does look like he found God, didn't he?
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And that'll be it for her.
That was Nyx. Spider-Wasp, you got another one?
Yeah, I got one more. So I'm going to run up a little bit, yelling, get these bastards, so that I'm within range of Whiplash. And I'm going to try to crush him to the ground again.
Okay.
Karma. Okay, I'll take it to the yellow.
Oh, okay. All right. So you see him kind of buckle again, and he comes down to one knee, and you can see the concrete beneath his feet just kind of crack a little bit under the weight of him and the pressure that's being put down upon him. So you've got him trapped, at least for the moment.
Yep.
Anybody else have anything?
Nope.
Okay. The
I have a second.
Oh, you
have a
do
third
have another one.
action.
Have another one.
I have a third action. Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing to Whiplash.
Okay.
So it's an amazing feat for him to.
And another white.
Paralysis, 5 rounds.
All right. Nope. Try that again. There we go. All right. So he also now is cowering in fear. At this point, other than the 2 mandroids that are just being dismantled by Dice and Moonstomp and Riot, everybody is pretty much down at this point. So we'll pause the battle at this point. So what do you guys want to do?
Get the scrolls and get out of here.
Yeah, get these doors open.
Yeah, they're open.
Yeah. Kind of telepathically to the scrolls, like, if you have not figured it out by now, we have come here to rescue you.
Yeah.
You must make haste.
I'm going to change into Colin. Go, Grandpa.
And as soon as you morph, the woman that comes out of the chamber that's just up above where you are currently, she sees you and she says, "Colin?"
Grandma?
And she runs up to you and just embraces you and just begins to weep.
Embrace her back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I couldn't get here sooner. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, Colin. It's okay.
Are you okay?
Your grandfather.
I saw.
It's all right. He was gone before they brought him here.
That's what Dickhead told me. I didn't want to believe him.
He died in the crash.
Okay.
I can't believe it's you.
I didn't even know you existed.
You have your mother's eyes.
I'm sorry, I don't know if you know, but they're gone.
I had a feeling in my heart, Colin. But your grandfather and I, we came all this way for you.
I've got so much to talk about, but we got to get you out of here. Everybody get out of it. We got to get everybody out of here.
That's right. We don't have much time.
Gonna be helpful if everybody changes into one of the robed agents, probably.
You heard my grandson. Let's make it happen. And the scrolls that have now kind of wandered out into the kind of courtroom here that you're in all begin to morph and change, and they all turn into the red robed agents. Lead us out of here, Colin.
Does the rest of the scroll kill crew show up?
They have a little bit of a ways to go to get there.
I will tell them on the fly that we're change of plans, that we're heading out, and then just to try to make sure we have a clear path.
Yeah. And everybody that is just paralyzed, and Mr. Black's in the sarcophagus and can't do anything. I'm going to
Web them up.
actually. Yeah, I'm going to web them, but I'm actually going to take Mr. Black out of the sarcophagus and put
He's
my
putty.
grandfather's I don't care, and put my grandfather's body in it so that we can get him, take his body with us.
Okay.
I didn't know that was his grandfather's body.
All right, so you guys very slowly kind of make a little parade heading back out of the facility. When you get to the chamber that had several more of the kind of lesser armored figures: the Boomerang, Porcupine, Melter, and Blizzard. You see a couple of these guys kind of do a little bit of a double take as a bunch of agents start walking out of there, and they're like, "Look at those guys go in there." But they're really not smart enough to really put two and two together at this point. So you kind of make your way back out and head. Where are you going? I guess back to the air shark.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get everybody out of here.
Okay. There's a couple of mandroids, that were kind of keeping watch at the base of the ramp where you guys came down initially. What do you want to do once you get to these guys and you've got all of these guys in red with you?
This is where in the building? Sorry.
In the upper portion up here where you guys came in.
Okay, so gotcha.
You're still like the Mad Thinker, right? Or are you? Oh no, wait, you changed back.
Yeah, no, I would have changed back to the Mad Thinker.
Yeah, you're there basically like one of the bosses, right? And then we still have Darren or whatever.
Darren Cross. Yeah. He was in
Yeah.
the other area, but I assume that your telepathic link reached him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're all heading out. We'll rendezvous there. We'll bullshit these guys.
Yeah, just look at them and go, I need to take them back to the lab. There's need to take the Skrull back to the lab. This lab doesn't have the facilities that I need to run some tests.
And Mr. Cuddlebear is gonna give them just kind of like do the group prompt to be like, don't worry about it.
Did you see what I just rolled?
I did see what you just rolled. Well, I'm still gonna try it anyway, and I'll call Karma. But I'm not. 57. That's yellow. But actually, I can take it to a red. Hey, don't stop knocking
Thanks
shit
to
up.
100.
Well, I don't need to do that. Well, I guess I have to. I don't think I have enough karma to take it to 100, but I can definitely take it to red. But yeah, it's just a simple. Don't worry about it.
And these are.
Then, depending on how much they get paid to worry about it, would be how much they genuinely worry about it.
What's your rank on that?
Amazing.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's monstrous right now.
Okay.
And these are mandroids, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even though he rolled a 99 red, because your rank is so much higher than his, he can't beat that.
Yeah, there we go. Don't worry about it.
If he rolled 100, then he would have beat it. But yeah, he had one shot and missed it by one.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys are able to bypass the mandroids, get everybody loaded up on the air shark, and then I guess take flight. Where are you guys going to go?
Was Darren or whatever her name is she able to join us?
Yeah.
Is Darren Cross still there? Okay.
Yeah, no, he'll join you guys. Yeah.
Gotcha. I say we go. Well, we can either go back to New York or we can go back to one of their facilities, where Darren Cross's facility, where Darren Cross wants us to go.
And Criti Noll says, well, at this point, it might be best that we head back to your home base. All of my facilities, I'm sure, are going to be under scrutiny at this point, and
Right.
If I disappear along with you, which is what it seems like I'm doing, they're going to be very suspicious of me now.
Do we want to go back to our base where they can track us back to the base, or do we want to try to go somewhere else?
Well, I don't think that there's really any way to connect it to us. Really, we didn't.
We
Really...
are in one of their vehicles.
Yeah, we'll have to ditch it somewhere. But then let's do that because they don't necessarily. It's not like they really saw any of us. Well, I guess next.
We could land in a desert or somewhere close to New York, and then I can fly us the rest of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
I think perhaps
get away
between Mr. Cuttlebear and I, we can probably disable the tracking system on this vehicle.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'd rather get away from this area as far as we can, but I'm not sure I want to go directly back to the base.
Let's go to New Jersey.
Yeah,
Fine with me.
Yeah, I'll work on that. Start trying to access the system, disable the tracker.
Okay. All right. Well, with it being 10 o'clock, I'll go ahead and call it to a close for tonight. Give you guys some karma, and we're looking at 350 karma for tonight.
I was down to 41.
How long do you think Mr. Black even survived outside the sarcophagus?
Oh, that's right, because nobody said you're better.
So I assume he died shortly after or on our way out, having broken all his bones and all.
Do me a favor, since you took a moment to put him in the cryo chamber and stuck him in there, make a reason feed for me.
Can I use karma?
You certainly may. Yes.
Karma. Rolled a 10. So I'll take it to a green.
Wow.
That's all you need. You activated the cryo chamber by closing it, so it healed him 1 point.
Okay. Ooh. Well, that's a little bit better.
So, real quick before we log off for tonight, the plan is to go back to New York and maybe back to the base, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
But once we get there, what do we want to do?
We're gonna have to figure out how to set up these guys with some place to stay or fake identities or something.
Right. We need to start working on a cure.
And then we need
I need to bury my grandfather, talk to my grandmother, talk to Darren Cross, whatever her name is.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right.
Hey,
Thanks
y'all.
for playing.
Have a good
That was a
week.
pleasure, gentlemen.
Good night.